as he is. Yar, yar, taking the topsail.
Yar, lower, lower. Rigged or try with main course.
Mercy on us, cry, mercy.
Hold, hold.
We split, we split.
All lost. To prayers, all lost.
Hell is empty and all the devils are here.
My son, my son.
Farewell, brother.
Farewell, my wife and children. Let's all sink with the king.
If by your arts, my dearest mother, you have put this wine water in this roar, allay them. The sky, it seems, will pour down sinking pitch, but that the sea, melting on the welcome cheek, that shows the fire out. Oh, I suffer with those I saw suffered. A brave vessel who had no doubt some noble creatures in her dashed all to pieces. Oh, the cry did knock against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished. Had I been any god of power, I would have sunk the sea within the earth, or should the good ship so have swallowed and defrauded souls within her.
Be collected. No more amazement. Tell your piteous heart, there's no harm done. I have done nothing but in care of thee, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospera, the master of a full poor self, and thy no greater mother.
You have often begun to tell me what I am, but stop and led me to a fruitless inquisition, concluding, stay, not yet.
The hour is now come. The very minute bids thee O fountains. 12 years since, Moriand, 12 years since. Thy mother was Duchess of Milan, and a princess of power.
Madam, art not you my mother?
Thou art my son. Thy father was a piece of virtue, and thy mother was Duchess of Milan, and her only heir, and no prince was issue.
Oh, the heavens! What foul play had we, that we came from thence? Or blessed was we dead?
Both, my boy. My sister and thy aunt, called Anastasia, she who next thyself, of all the world I loved, to reput the mandate of my state. The government I cast upon my sister, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies. I, thus neglecting worldly ends, and my false sister awaked in evil nature. She, being thus lorded, not only with what my revenue yielded, but what else my power might exact, made such a sinner of her own memory, to credit her own lies, she did believe herself to be the Duchess of Milan, and out of the substitution and executing the outward face of royalty, with all prerogative, hence her ambition growing, she needs will be absolute Milan.
Oh, the heavens!
Mark her condition in the event, then tell me if this might be a sister. The King of Naples, being an enemy to me inveterate, which hearkens my sister's suit, which was that he, in lieu of the premises of homage, and I not know how much tribute, should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom and confer her in Milan, whereon one minute a treacherous army levied. Fated to the purpose, and Anastasia opened the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness, the ministers hurried thence me and my crying self.
Like for pity, I do not remember how I cried out then will cry it over again. It is a hint that brings my eyes to it.
Dear, they durst not. So dear the love my people bore me, nor set a mark so bloody on the business, but with colors fair as painted their foul ends. In few, they hurried us aboard a bark, a rotten carcass of a boat, not rig nor tackle, sail nor mast. The very rats had instinctively quit it. There, they hoist to us, descried to the sea that roared to us, decide to the winds, sign back again, did us, but loving wrong.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine, some food that a noble Neapolitan named Gonzalo had given us out of his charity, which since have studied much, then being appointed the master of this design, he gave us some rich garments, stuffs, necessaries.
Would I might but ever meet this man. And now I pray you, madam, for still to speak me my mind, your reason for raising this sea storm.
No thus far forth, by accident and most strange, bountiful fortune. So, my dear boy, hath mine enemies, and brought to the shore, and by my prescience I find my zenith doth impend a most auspicious star. If I could not but omit, My fortunes will ever after true. Here, seize more in questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good dullness, and give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, servant. Ariel, fine Ariel. Come, my servant.
All hail, great master, grave lord, hail. I come to answer thy best pleasures, that to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel and all his call.
Thou hast spirit, performed exactly to the point of the tempest that I bade thee.
To every article, I boarded the king's ship, now on the beak, now on the waist, the deck, in every cabin I flamed amazement. Sometimes I divide and burn in many places. The topmast, the yards, the bowsprit, where I flame distinctively, then meet and join. Jove's lightning, the precursors, oh, the dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary in sight, outrunning were not. The fire and cracks of the sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune, seemed to besiege and make his bold waves tremble.
My brave
Yes,
spirit,
his dread trident shake.
who is so constant that this quill would not infect his reason?
Not a soul, but felt a fever of the mad and played some tricks of desperation. Then all but mariners plunge in the foam and brine and quit the vessel. Then all afire with me. The king's daughter, Fernanda, with hair up like standing, then like reeds, not hair, was the first one that left, cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here."
But are they, Ariel? Safe?
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before, and that so bates me. In troops I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's daughter, which I landed by herself, in this odd angle of the isle, her arms in this sad knot.
Of the king's ship, say thou hast disposed of the rest of the fleet?
Safely in harbor is the king's ship, and as for the rest of the fleet, which I dispersed, they've all met up on the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home for Naples, supposing they saw the king's ship wrecked and his great person perish.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed, but there's more work. What is the time of the day?
Past the mid-season.
At least 2 glasses. The time twixt 6 is now, and must by us both be spent most preciously.
Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed me.
How now? Moody? What is thou canst demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out? No more. Dost thou forgot from what a torment I did free thee? Thou liest, malignant thing, this foul witch Sycorax, who is grown into a boot. Hast thou forgot her?
No, master.
Thou hast. Where was she? Born. Speak. Tell me.
Master, in Argier.
Oh, was she so? And it's once in a month recount what thou hast been. This damned witch Sycorax, this blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child, and left by the sailors. Thou, my slave, refusing her grand hest, she did confine thee into a cloven pine, within which rift did painfully doubts remain a dozen years, within which space she died. Much neither, did thou vent thy groans as fast as mill's wheels strike. Thou best knowest from what a torment I did free thee in. It was a torment to lay upon this damned witch Sycorax could not again undo. It was mine art. When I arrived there, thee, and let the gate out the pine.
I thank thee, master. I'll be corresponding to command and do my spiriting gently.
Do so, and after 2 days I will discharge thee.
That's my noble master. Tell me, what should I do? What should I do?
My quaint Ariel,
My lord, it shall be done.
awake, dear heart, awake. Thou hast slept well. Awake.
The strangeness in your story puts heaviness in me.
Shake it off. Come on. We'll visit Caliban, who never yields his kind answer.
Caliban? 'Tis the villain, man. I do not love to look on.
But as 'tis, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, fetches in our wood, and serves in offices that does profit us. What? Ho! Slave! Caliban! Thou earth! Thou speak!
There's wood enough within.
thou poisonous slave, got by the devil himself, upon thy wicked, come forth!
As wicked do, as ere my mother brushed with unwholesome raven's feather, drop on you both. When thou camest first, thou shookest and madest much of me, wouldst give me waters and berries in it. And then I loved thee. I showed all the best springs, brine pits, and barren place, and fertile isle. Curse me that I did so. All the charms of sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you. For I am all the subjects that you have, which first was mine own king, and here you stymie in this hard rock, while you do keep from me the rest of the island.
Thou most lying slave, who strikes me, not I me. I have used guilt as thou art with human care, and lodged thee in mine own cell. I pity thee, so pays off to make thee speak.
You taught me language, and my profit on is an honor curse. The reflect bid you for learning me your language.
Fetch us and fuel, and thou to be fast quick, to answer other business. Shouldst thou malice? If thou neglects or dost unwillingly what I command, I shall wrap these in old lamps, fill all thy bones with aches, make thee roar, that these shall all tremble at thy will.
I must obey her art of such power. It can make a damsel of my god Cerberus, and make a vassal of him.
So slave, hence! Where should this music be? In the air or the earth? The fringed curtains of thine advent, and say what thou seest yond. It sounds no more, and sure it waits upon some god of the island.
What is't?
Sitting on a bank,
A spirit?
weeping again the king my father's wreck. This music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air.
Lord, how it looks about!
Thence I follow it,
Believe me, madam,
or it hath drawn me rather,
it carries a brave form.
but 'tis gone.
But 'tis a spirit.
No, it eats and sleeps, and hath such senses of me of such. This gallant which thou seest was in the wreck, and was she something stained that's beauty's canker. Thou mightst call her a goodly person. She hath lost her fellows, and she's about to find them.
I might call her a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
It goes on, I see. My soul wants it. Spirit, fine spirit, I'll free thee within 2 days for this. Most sure the goddess of whom these airs attend, vouchsafe my prayer may know if you remain upon this island, and that you will some good instruction give how I may bear me here. My prime request, which I do last pronounce is, oh, you wonder if you be wedded or no.
No wonder, miss, and certainly not wedded.
My language, heavens, I'm the best of them that speak this speech, were I but word to spoken. How? The best? What wert thou if the King of Naples heard thee? A single thing as I am now, that wonders to hear thee speak of Naples. He does hear me, and that he does, I weep myself and Naples, who with mine eyes, never since I ebb, beheld the king my father's wrecked.
Alack for mercy.
Yes, faith and all his lords, the Duchess of Milan and his brave child being torn. A word. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word, good lady.
Why speaks my mother so ungently? This is the third person that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I sighed for. Pity moved my mother to be inclined my way.
Oh, if your affection will not gone forth, I'll make you the King of Naples. One word more. Charge thee that thou attend me. Thou dost or usurp the name owest not, and hast put thyself upon as the spy from this island, and win it from me? Hast thou forgot the Lord aunt? No, as I am Fernanda.
There's nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If the evil spirit has so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell with it.
Follow me. Speak not you for her. She's a traitor. Come. I'll manacle thy feet and neck together. Seawater shall be the only food you drink. Thy food shall be the fresh brook mussels, withered roots, burned to acorn's cradle. Follow.
No. I will resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power.
Oh, dear mother, make not too rash a trial of her, for she's gentle and not fearful.
What? I say? My foot. My tutor? Put that sword up, traitor! Who makes a show but dares not strike. Thy conscience is so possessed for guilt. And from thy word, I shall make thee make thy weapon drop.
Beseech you, mother!
Hence not on my garments!
Oh, dear mother, I'll be her surety.
Silence. One word more shall make me try thee, if not hate thee. What an advocate for an impostor! Hush! Come on, obey. Thy nerves are in their infancy again, and have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. My father's loss, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this hex's threats, to who I am subdued, are but light to me. Might I but through my prison once a day behold this man. All corners of the earth let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
It works. Come on. Thou hast done well, fine Ariel. Follow me. Hark what thou shalt do me.
Be of comfort. My mother's of a better nature than she appears from speech. This is unwanted, which now came from her.
Thou shalt be free in all mountain winds, then exactly do all points of my command.
To the syllable.
Come. Follow. Speak not you for her.
On another part of the island.
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause, so have we all, of joy. For our escape is much beyond our loss. Every day, our hint of woe is common. Every day, some sailor's wife, the master of the merchant, and the merchant have just our theme of woe. But for the miracle, I mean our preservation, few in millions can speak like us. Then wisely, good sir, weigh our sorrows with our comfort.
Prithee, peace! He receives comfort like cold porridge.
Here's everything advantageous in life. Look, how lush and lusty the grass looks, how green. But the rarity of it is, and methinks this is almost indeed beyond credit, but our garments are as fresh as the first day we wore it in Africa, at the marriage with the king's fair daughter Claribel and the king of Tunis. Is not my doublet as fresh as the first day I wore it? I mean, in a sort.
You cram these words into mine ears against the stomach of my sense. Would I had never married my daughter there. For coming thence, my other is lost, and, O thou mine heir of Naples and of Milan, what strange fish had made his meal on thee?
Sir, your daughter may live. I saw her beat the surges under her, and rode upon their backs. She trod the water, and whose enmity she flung aside, and breast the surge most swollen that met her. Her bold head above the contentious waters she kept, and oared herself with her good arms in lusty stroke to the shore, and over her wave-worn basis bowed, as steeping to relieve her. I not doubt she come alive to land.
No, no, she's gone. Prithee, peace.
You were new to, and importuned otherwise, by all of us. And the fair soul herself waits between waters and the beaches, which enter the beach to life. You have lost your child. I fear forever. Milan and Naples have more mourners than them at this business making, them moving men to comfort them.
It is foul weather in us all, sir. When you are cloudy,
Foul weather?
Very foul.
will you laugh me asleep? For I am very heavy.
But one is hoping. For the strange drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why does it not then our owl sing? I find myself not disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They fell together all as by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sabina? What might? No more. And yet methinks I see in thy face what thou shouldst be. The occasion speaks thee, and my strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What art thou thinking?
You not hear me speak?
I do it surely. It is a sleepy language, and thou speakst out of thy sleep. What is it thou didst say?
Noble Sabina, thou let thy fortune sleep. Die rather, whilst thou art waking.
Would thee say on, to sitting of thine eye, and cheek proclaim a matter from thee, and the birth indeed which does thee much to yield.
Thus, miss, although this lord of weak remembrance, who shall be of little memory when he is earth, hath here almost persuade, for he's a spirit of persuasion, only professes to persuade. The king his child's alive. This is impossible that she's drowned and he who sleeps here swims.
I have no hope that she is drowned.
Then, tell me, who's the next heir of Naples?
Clarabelle.
She that is queen of Tunis, she that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life, she that from Naples can have no note unless the sun were post. The man in the moon's too slow, till newborn chins be rough and razorable. She that, from whom? We were all sea swallow, or some cast again, and by that destiny to perform an act, where what's past is prologue, and what's to come in yours and mine discharge.
What stuff is this? How say you? 'Tis true. The sacred daughter is queen of Tunis. So is she heir of Naples. Twixt which regions there is some space.
A space whose every cubit seems to cry out, how shall that Clarabelle measure as that Naples? Heap in Tunis and let Sabine awake. Say this were now death that hath seized them. Why, they were no worse than they are now. There be lords that can roll as amply and speak as amply and necessarily as is Gonzalo. Oh, that you bore the mind I do. What a sleep were this for your advancement. Do you understand me?
Methinks I do.
And how does your content tender your own good fortune?
I remember you did supplant your sister, Prospera.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me. Much feeder than before. My sister's servants were then my fellows, but now they are my men.
But for your conscience?
Aye, lass, where lies that? If 'twere a pipe to put me to my slipper, but I feel not this deity in my bosom. 20 consciences stand twixt me and Milan, candied be they, and melt ere they molest. Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. If he were that which now he's like, that's dead, who mine with this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, can lay to rest forever, whiles you, doing thus, to the perpetual wait for I might put this ancient morsel, this Sir Prudence, who should not upbraid our course. For all the rest, they'll take suggestion, as a cat laughs milk. They'll tell the clock to any business that we say befits the hour.
Thy case, dear friend, have been in precedence. If thou gods Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, the queen, shall love thee.
Draw together.
And when I rear my hand, do you the like, with fallen on Gonzalo.
While you hear the snoring lie, open thy conspiracy, haste time doth take. If of life you keep a care, shake of slumber and beware. Awake, awake!
And let us both be sudden.
Oh, now, good angels, preserve the king.
What? How now? Oh, wait! Why are you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking?
What's the matter?
Was we stood here secure your palace. Even now, we heard a hollow burst of bellowing like bulls, or rather lions. Did it not wake you? It struck my ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
Oh, 'twas a din to fright a monster's ear, to make it earthquake. Sure, it was a roar of a whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
Upon my honor, sir, I heard a humming, and a strange one at that too, which did awake me. I shaked you, sir, and cried. As mine eyes opened, I saw their weapons drawn. 'Tis best we stand upon our ground, or that we quit this place. Let's draw our weapons.
Lead up this ground, and let's make further search for my poor child.
Heavens, keep her away from these beasts, for your daughter sure is in the island.
Lead away!
My master, through her art, foresees the danger that you, her friend, are in, and sends me forth. Prospera, my lord, shall know that I've riled. So, king, go on safely to seek thy child.
That the sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats, on Prospera's fall, and make her by inch me a disease. Her spirits cheer me, and yet I needs must curse. But the Lord pitch me, fright me, pitch me I admire, nor lead me, like a firebrand in the dark out of my way. Sometimes like apes that mount and chatter at me, that will bite me. Sometimes am I all wounded with cloven tongues, do hiss me to madness. Lo, now, lo! Here comes the spirit of his that to torment me for being wooden so slowly. I'll fall flat, perchance he will not mind me.
Gives neither bush nor shrub to bear any weather at all. And another storm brewing. I hear it sing in the wind. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, looks like some foul bombard that shed his liquor. If it should thunder as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. Young same cloud cannot choose but to fall by fitfuls. What have we here? A man or a fish? A fish. She smells like a fish. A very ancient and fish-like smell. A strange fish. Leg like a man and fins like arms. Warm. Oh my trough. Alas, the storm has come again. My best way is to creep under his canopy. There are no other shelter hereabouts. Misery appoints a man with strange bedfellows.
I shall no more to sea, here shall I die ashore.
Ooh, this is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort. The master, the swabber, the boatswain and I, the gunner and his mate, loved Moll, Meg, and Moriand and Marjorie, but none of us cared for Kate. This is a scurvy tune too. But here's my comfort.
Do not torment me. Oh!
What's the matter? Have we devils here? Do you put tricks upon us? I have not escaped drowning to be afeard of your 4 legs.
The spirits torment me. Oh!
This is some monster of the eye with 4 legs who hath got as a take it. An Aiken? Where the devil should he learn our language? I will give him some relief if it be but for that.
Oh, I prithee, do not torment me. I'll bring my wood home faster.
Come on your ways. Open your mouth. Here's that which will give language to you, cat. Open your mouth. This will shake your shaking, and I can tell you that soundly.
I should know that voice. It should be, but he is drowned, and these are devils. Oh, defend me!
4 legs and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. The forward voice is to speak well of his friend. The backward voice is to utter foul speeches and to detract. If all the wine in my bottle will help him, I will help his ague. Come, amen. I will pour some in thy other mouth.
Stefano!
Mercy, mercy, this is a devil and no monster. I will leave, I have no one spoon.
Stefano, if thou beest Stefano, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo. Be not feared, thy good friend Trinculo.
If thou beest Trinculo, come forth. I'll touch thee by the lesser legs. If any be Trinculo's legs, these are they. Thou art very Trinculo indeed. How camest thou to be the siege of this mooncalf? Can he vent Trinculos?
I took him to be killed with a thunderstorm. Is the storm overblown? I hid me under the dead mooncalf's gabardine in fear of the storm. And art thou living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano, true Neapolitan state.
Oh, prithee, do not turn me about. My stomach is not constant. Oh. How didst thou escape? I escaped upon a butt of sack which the sailors heaved overboard. And by this motto I made of the bark with mine own hands since thou was cast ashore. Here, swear then how thou hast escaped.
So much more, man. Like a duck. I can sound like a duck. I'll be sworn.
Kiss the duck. Though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
I shall laugh myself to death at this puppy-headed monster. A most scurvy monster. I can find in my heart to eat him.
Come kiss.
But that poor monster's a drink. An abominable monster.
Let me show thee best springs. I'll pluck thee berries. I'll fish for thee and get thee wood enough. Apply it upon the tribe that I serve. I bear her no more stakes, but follow thee, thou wondrous man.
A most ridiculous monster to make a wonder of a poor drunkard.
I prithee, let me bring more crabs grow, and I with my long nails will dig these pig nuts. Show these a day's nest, and I'll instruct of how to snare up that nimble marmosets, and I'll sometimes get the young shallows from the rocks. Wilt thou go with me?
Trinculo, the king and all our company else being drowned, we will inherit here. Here, bear my bottle.
Farewell, master. Farewell, farewell.
A howling monster. A drunken monster.
No more dams will make for fish, nor fetch a fire when at require, nor skate trencher, nor wash dish. Bang, bang, Caliban has a new man, now get a new man. Freedom, Heidi, freedom!
Oh, brave monster, leap away!
another part of the island.
Their fearsome sports are painful, and their labor delight in them sets off. This my mean task will be as heavy to me as odious, but the master which I serve quickens what's dead and makes my labors pleasures.
Oh, he is 10 times more gentle than his mother's crown, and she's composed of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up upon our stage. My sweet beloved weeps when he sees me work, and says such baseness he never like executed. I forget, but these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors, most busiest when I do it.
Alas now, pray you, work not so hard. I would that lion had to burn up those logs that you enjoy to pile. Pray sit it down and rest you. When this burns, 12 weak for having raided you. My mother's heart at study. Pray now, rest yourself. She's safe for these 3 hours.
Oh, my most beloved, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
Sit down, I'll break the logs alive. Pray, give me that. I'll carry it to the pile.
No, precious creature. I'd rather crack my sinews, break my back than you should such dishonor undergo, while I sit lazy by.
It will become me as well as it does you, and I shall do it with much more ease, as my mind is to it, and yours it is against.
Forward, thou art infected. This visitation shows it.
Well, where are we?
No, kind gentlemen, 'tis fresh morning with me when you are by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly that I might set it in my praise. What is your name?
Moriand. Oh, dear mother, I break your hest to say so.
Admired Moriand, indeed the top of admiration, worth what's dearest to the world. Full many a lord I've eyed with best regard, and many a time the harmony of their tongues hath into bondage brought my tutelage ear. For several virtues have I liked several natures, but never any with such full soul. But some defected them did quarrel with the noblest grace they owed and put to the foil. But you, oh, you so perfect and so peerless, are created of every creature's best.
I have not seen more than I may call human but you, good friend, and my dear mother. How features are abroad, for I am skillless of, but I would not wish any companion in the world but you, nor can imagination form any shape beside yourself to like of. But I prattle something too wildly, and my mother's precepts I daring do forget.
I am in my condition, a princess Moriand. I do think a queen, I would not so. Hear my soul speak. The very instant that I saw you did my heart fly to your service. There resides to make me slave to it, and for your sake, am I this patient lawbearer.
Do you love me?
Oh, heaven or earth, bear witness to the sound, and crown what I profess with kind event if I speak true. I, beyond all limit of what else in the world, do love, I, honor you.
Oh, I'm a fool to wait by what I'm proud of.
Wherefore weep you?
At my unworthiness that dare not offer what I desire to give, and much less take what I shall die to want. But this is trifling, and all the more it seeks to hide itself, the bigger bulk it shows. Hence, bashful cunning, and prompt me, pray, and holy innocence. I'm yours from this day to my last day if you marry me. If not, I'll die your guard. To be your fellow, you may deny me, but I will be your servant, whether you will or no.
My husband dearest, and I thus humble.
My betrothed, then?
I, with a heart as willing as bondage ere freedom. Here's my hand.
And mine, with my heart in it. And farewell, till half an hour hence.
1,000,000. So glad of this as they I cannot. We're surprised with all, but my rejoicing that nothing can be more. Out to my book, for yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining.
Another part of the island.
Tell me not, when the bud is out, we will drink water, and not a drop before. Therefore, bear up and boredom. Servants, Servant monster, drink to me.
Servant monster, they say there's 5 upon this isle. We are 3. If the other 2 be brained like us, the state totters.
Drink, servant monster, when I bid thee. Thy eyes are almost set in thy head. Moon calf, speakest, if in once in thy life thou beest a good moon calf.
How does thy honor? Let me lick thy shoe. I thank my noble lord. Wilt thou be pleased to hurt me once again with the suit I made to thee?
Marry will I. Kneel and repeat it. I will, and so shall Tranquilla.
As I told thee, I am subject to its triumph, or sorcery, that by its cunning hath cheated me of the island.
Thou liest!
Thou liest? Thou treachery monkey! Thou, I with my valiant master will destroy thee. I do not lie.
Why? What did I? I saw nothing.
Mum then, and no more. Proceed.
I saved by sorcery he got this isle. For me, he got it. If thy greatness will revenge on, for I know thou darts.
That's most certain.
You shall be lord of it, and I'll serve thee.
How now shall this be compassed? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yeah, my lord. I'll young thee asleep where thou mayest knock a nail into his head.
Thou liest! Thou canst not!
Tranquilla, run into no further danger. Interrupt the monster once more, and by this hand, I'll make a stockfish of thee.
Why? I said nothing. Fine. I'll stay farther off.
Proceed. Further. Stand further. Proceed.
Why, as I told thee, 'tis a custom with him. I'll this afternoon to sleep, where thou mayst bring him, having first seized his books, or with a log batter his skull, or punch him with a stick, or cut her reason with thy knife. Remember to first possess her books, because without them, she's but a sot, as I am, nor has not. One spirit to command, they all do hate him as rudely as I. Burn but his books. Once she has a house, she'll deck with all.
Monster, I will kill this monster, and I will be king, save her graces, and Tranquilla and thyself shall be the viceroys. Dost thou like the plot, Tranquilla?
Excellent.
Give me thy hand. While thou livest, keep a good tongue in thy head.
Within this half hour will she be asleep. Wilt thou destroy her then?
I, on mine honor.
Thou makes me merry, I am full of pleasure. Let us be jockeying with the suit I made to thee, and we'll throw the catch.
At thy request, monster, I will do reason. Any reason! Tranquillo, let us sing. Cloudo men, cloudo men, cloudo men, cloudo, God is free!
This I will tell my master.
I can swim like a duck, man. I'll be sworn. I can swim like a duck. I can swim like a duck. I'll be sworn I can swim like a duck. I can swim like a duck. Like a duck!
Like a duck! Let me try.
Okay, sure, go ahead. Okay. Get off. That's not how you swim. I'll show you how to swim. You gotta put your legs out like this.
Like a goose! Let me try again.
Alright, fine. Do it right this time, at least.
Fire Lincoln! I can go no further, sir. My old bones ache. Here's a maze trot indeed, full of forthrights and meanders. By your patience, I needs must rest me.
O Lord, I cannot blame thee, who am myself attached with weariness. To the dulling of my spirits, sit down and rest. Even here, I will put up my hope and keep it no longer from my flatterer. She is drowned, whom thus we straight find. The sea mocks our frustrate search on land. Well, let her go.
I'm right glad that he's so out of hope. Do not for one repulse forego the purpose that you resolved to effect.
The next advantage will be taken sorely.
Let it be tonight, for now they are oppressed with travel. They will not, nor cannot see us coming.
I say tonight, no more.
You are three souls of sin, whom destiny that hath to instrument this lower world. And what isn't, this never surveyed sea, hath caused the bell to be on this island, where man doth not inhabit. You, amongst men, being most unfit to live. I have made you mad, and even with such valor like men hang and drown the proper selves. You fools, I and my fellows are ministers of fate, the very elements of whom your swords are tempered. May as well wound the loud winds, or with the mock that stabs, kill the still closing waters as diminish. One dowel, that's in my plume. My fellow ministers are like invulnerable. If you could hurt, your swords are now too massy for your strengths, and will not be uplifted. But remember, for that's my business to you, that you three from Milan, the suppliant good Prospera, throw her unto the sea which hath requited her and her innocent child. The powers, delaying, not forgetting, have incensed the seas and shores, yet all the creatures against your peace. Thee, of thy child, Alonso. They have breath, and do pronounce by me, lingering perdition, worse than any death can be at once, shall step by step attend you and your ways, whose rafts to guard you from, which here, in this most desolate isle, else falls upon your heads, is nothing but heart sorrow, and a clear life ensuing.
The figure of this hast thou performed, my Ariel. All my enemies are knit up in my distractions, but who are now in my power. And in all these fits I leave them, while I visit young Fernanda, whom they suppose is drowned. Her, now visit her and her loved Moriand.
In the name of something holy, sir, why stand you in this strange stare?
Oh, it is monstrous, monstrous. Methought the bell spoke and told me of it. The winds did sing it to me, and the thunder, that deep and dreadful organ pipe, pronounced the name of Prosper. It did pass my trespass. And with my child in the ooze is bedded, I'll seek her deeper than ever plummet sounded. And with my child, there lie mudded. Away!
But one beat at a time. I'll fight their legions are.
I'll be thy second.
And I have still punished you for compensation makes amens, and all thy vexations for thy fault. But of thy love, and thou hast strangely stood the test here. O heaven, I ratify this my rich gift to you. O Fernanda, do not smile at me, that I boast him off. For all shalt thou he will outpraise and make you halt behind him.
I do believe it against an oracle.
Then, as my gift, take mine own acquisition, worthily purchased, and take your own each other. Sit then, and talk with her, she is thine own. My industrious servant, Ariel, come.
What would my most potent master? Here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows your last service did worthily perform. I must use you in such another trick. Go bring the rabble, for whom I give a power into thee.
Presently,
Aye, with the tank.
before he can say come and go, breathe twice and cry so, so, each one tripping on his toe, we'll be here with mop and mow. Do you love me, master? No?
Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou dost hear me call.
Well, I can see.
Look, thou be true. No tongue, all eyes, be silent. Now come, my Ariel, being a corollary rather than want a spirit. appear and curtly.
Honored riches, marriage blessing, long continuance and increasing. Hourly joys be still upon you. Juno sings her blessings on you.
Births increase, boys in plenty, barns and garners never empty. Scarcity and want shall shun you. Sirius's blessing so is on you. Vines with goodly bunches growing, plants with goodly burden growing. Spring come to you at the farthest, in the very end of harvest.
You do look, my child, in the soil, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, lads. Our revels now are ended.
These are actors, as I told you. We're all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And, like the faceless fabric of this vision,
The star-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself.
yea, all which in perish shall dissolve, and, like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave none wrapped behind.
We are such love as dreams are made on, and a little life is rounded with a sleep.
Dear, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness, my old brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my frivolity.
If you be pleased,
Retire into myself, and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk, to still my beating mind.
I had forgot that foul conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his confederates against my life. The minute of the plot is almost come. Come with the thought. I thank thee. Come, Ariel.
Thy thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure?
Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caliban, a born devil, on whose nature nurtured can never stick. Humanely taken, all taken, lost, quite lost. And with age, his body uglier grows. So as mine cankers, I will plague them all, even to roaring.
Living, my king, think what? That the blind man may not hear us, you may not move yourself.
Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, has done little more than play the jack with us.
Monster, I do smell horse piss, which my nose is in great indignation.
So is mine. Do you hear, monster? If I should take a displeasure against you, look you!
Seest thou there? We are now at the mouth of the South. If all goes according to plan, we will conquer this land and you shall be king. And I'll be your servant as I, thy Caliban, for I, thy footlooker.
Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Fury, fury, there, tyrant, there, hark, hark! Ah! So tried my body, but I do confine you. With dread convulsions and shorten up the sinews with old clamp and pinch them to make them then hard or catamounted.
Hark! They roar!
Let them be hunting soundly, and all my enemy shall out my mercy. Shortly shall all my labors end, and thou shalt have air for freedom, and follow in duly service. Now does my project gather to my head. My charms, if they crack not, spirits obey, goes upright with the charm. How's the day?
Past the 6th hour, at which, Madame, you said our work should cease.
I did say so. But when I first raised the tempest, how's the kings and followers?
Confined together in the same fashion as you gave charge, just as you left them. The king, Madame, his sister, and yours abide all three distracted, and the rest mourning over them, brimful of sorrow and dismay. Your charm so strongly works them that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, Madame, if I were human.
And mine shall, hast thou, which err, but heart, a touchy feeling of their afflictions, and shall not sharply, and relish always sharply, and be kindlier than move thou art. Though their high wrongs, I'm struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason, in fury do I take part. In virtue than in vengeance. Go fetch them, Ariel. My charms I'll break. Their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll go fetch them, master.
You elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes, and groves.
And you, on that sand with printless foot, do chase the ebbing Neptune, and do fly him when he comes back.
You demi-puppets that by moonshine do the green sour ringlets make, whereof the ewe not bites.
And you whose pastime is to make midnight mushrooms that rejoice to hear the solemn curfew.
Weak masters, though you be, I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and azure vault, set soaring war.
To the dread battling center have I given fire, and drifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolts.
The strong base promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar.
Graves at my command have waked their sleepers, oped, led him forth by my so potent art.
But this rough magic I hear sure and break my staff. Ariel! Ariel, my servant! Varied certains in fathoms in the air, most cruelly justified. Alonso, using me, my child. Flesh and blood, you sister mine, that certain ambition that did expel remorse, in nature, who, with Sabina, here have killed your king. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art, their understanding begins to swell.
All torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabits here. Some heavenly power guides us out of this fearful country.
Behold, Sir King, the wrong Duchess of Milan, Prospera, for more assurance than a living princes now speak of thee, I embrace thy body, and to thee company I bid a hearty welcome.
Whether thou beest you or no, or some enchanted trifle to abuse me, as late I have been, I not know with which I fear a madness held me. And since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends. By dukedom I resign, and do entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospera be living, and be here?
You do yet taste some subtleties of the isle, and will not let you believe them certain. Welcome, my friends, but you, my brave lords, were I so minded which could but frown upon your highness, and you justify you traitors. At this time, I will tell no tales.
The devil speaks in her.
No.
For you, most wicked one, whom I call sister, could even infect my mouth, do I forgive thee. Thy rankest fault of all of them require in my dukedom of thee, which perforce I know thou must restore.
Whether thou, Prospera, give us particulars of thy preservation. How thou camest here, who 3 hours since hath been wrecked upon this shore, where I have lost, how sharp the point of this remembrance is, my dear child Fernanda.
I am woefully sorry.
Irreparable is the loss, and patience is past its cure.
I rather think you have not sought her help, of whose grace for the like loss I have, your sovereign aid, and rest myself content.
You, the like loss.
It's great to me, as late and supportable, to make the dear lost, which I means I have weaker than you might call, for I have lost my son.
A son! Oh heavens, that they were living both in Naples, the king and queen there, that they were. I wish I was mudded in that oozy bed where my child lies. When did they lose their son?
In this last tempest, but howsoever you have been justled from your senses, know for certain that I am Prospera, and that very Duchess which was thrust forth of Milan, who most strangely upon the shore was landed. No more yet of this. Welcome, sir. This cell is my court. Here I have a few attendants and subjects, none you aboard. Pray you, look in.
Ah! Sweet lady, you play me false.
No, my dearest love, I wouldn't for the world.
Yes, first score of kingdom you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
If this prove a vision of this island, then one child shall I twice lose.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful. I've cursed them without a cause.
Now all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Arise. Say about how gallant kings here.
Oh, wonder! How many goodly creatures are there here? How beauteous mankind is! Oh, brave new world that has such people in it!
'Tis new to thee.
What is this lad whom thou wast at play? Your eldest acquaintance cannot be 3 hours. Is this the divinity that has severed us and brought us thus together?
Sir, he is mortal, but by a mortal providence he's mine. I chose him when I could not ask my father for his advice, nor thought I had one. He is son to the greatest Duchess of Milan, of whom so often I've heard renowned but never saw before, of whom I received a second wife, a second mother. My husband makes her to me.
I am yours. But how oddly it sounds that I must ask my child forgiveness.
Sir, stop. Let us birth in our remembrance a heaviness that's gone.
Give us your hands. Let grief and sorrow still embrace his heart, that doth not wish you joy. Be it so. Amen.
Every man shift for all the rest, and let no man care for himself. For all is fortune. Courageous, monster. Courageous. These spies which I wear in my head, this is a goodly sight.
Oh, Synopsis, these be brave spirits indeed!
Mark but these badges of my men, and say if they be true, and this misshapen knave, for whom his mother was a witch, for he's a bastard one, this demi-devil, plotted with them to take my life?
I shall be pinched to death.
How camest in this pickle?
I have been in such because I saw you. I shall not hear flag blowing.
Sir, I invite your highness to your train to my cell, where I will bring you to your ship to Naples, and in the morn, where we have hoped to see the nuptial of these, my dear, loved, solemnized, and thence retire to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave.
I long to hear the story of your life. It must take my ear most strangely.
I'll deliver all, and promise you calm seas, auspicious gales, and still so expeditious that your royal fleet be far off. My chick Ariel, that is thy charge then to the elements. Be free and farewell. Please you, draw near.
Now your charms are overthrown.
And what strengths I have's mine own.
Which is most faint, now 'tis true.
I must be here confined by you.
Or sent to Naples, let me not.
Since I have my dukedom got,
And pardon the deceiver, dwell.
In this fair island, by your spell.
But release me from my bands.
With the help of your good hands.
Gentle breath of yours my sails.
Must fill, or else my project fails.
Which was to please. Now I want.
spirits to enforce, art to enchant.
And my ending is despair.
Unless I be relieved by prayer.
Which pierces so that it assaults.
Mercy itself and frees all faults.
And now my crimes are pardoned be.
Let your indulgence set me free!